adore you guys, and also I wish Dallin was here, but I am actually probably going to take off now.
Or are you gonna duck out
Um,
early? Okay. I knew you were
I
ducking
think
out
so.
early. Are you gonna duck out right now?
I think so. I'm pretty tired. I haven't been sleeping super well, and I got another early day tomorrow. But
Okay.
I adore you guys. I'm glad I was able to keep some company with you guys for a little bit, and
Good.
I'll catch you soon.
Cool.
Yep.
Good, man. Sleep well.
Cheers.
Nice playing with you.
Bye.
Take care.
Bob, I gave out a modest check for somebody giving up the chance to take the first strike. I hope you're okay with that.
Yep.
And I let people check sword if they crit it.
Oh, sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm just going to grab some tissues. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. We'll give you a second. For those that are chiming in, welcome to our next episode of Open Pendragon. We're just gonna get underway here, making a few modifications with DM exiting, just to make sure we're covered there. This is a community stream of the Pendragon role-playing game, and we will dive in tonight. We're following a group of knights, one of many groups, by the way, that are currently out actively hunting Merlin, who has been named a formerly the son of the devil, and a baby stealer, a prince stealer, an enemy of Logres, an enemy of Briton. Any who treat with Merlin are considered enemies of Logres. We'll just give Tiberius's player a minute to get back, and then we'll talk about what we're doing from here. And thanks for filling time there, guys. I had my gathering of branches go a little over, and then I used, since there was some good roleplay there, I used the next 10 minutes just to fix all the icons, so I wasn't doing that on the fly.
No worries. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, I think, nice to kind of get us all into gear a little bit, so we don't have to spin our wheels too much early.
And you guys captured or hunted a boar? Is that what you were?
Yep. Correct.
Yep.
And you go.
Back again.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, no, all good. I made the executive decision that we return to camp before Sir Argan's hunting party because Celestia's got a crit on the very first hunting roll, so I guess that we got back first.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And did you specify where you were at, or you just kind of like hand waved that a bit because you weren't sure because I wasn't here?
Correct. Yeah, I just said we're in some forest, probably to the east of Tintagel, but I don't know.
Okay. Correct. So I was going to maybe let Virgil guide the group as the vassal knight, but we'll say that there's various parties that are being assigned hunting various grounds. We can say that you were actually hunting in you were leading a party through Shoot Forest in Salisbury before you were asked to head up further north. You're to head through Gentian and then into Ridichin with your unit. And instead of Virgil, because it would probably have someone formally assigned over this, we will say it is Sir Lycus from Salisbury.
Cool. Is he known for anything in particular?
He was formerly... So, yeah, this might interest you. He is an household knight of the Earl Roderick in Salisbury. He is formerly a hedge knight. So he's the ideal story, much like Cleisius is, of, hey, mercenary knights can actually find their way into houses and live better lives. And, great.
It can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. My hero. Role model.
So Lycus has been serving in a role for the Earl for some time. He's seen as one of sort of the rising knights in Salisbury. He's probably like maybe between 3,000 4,000 glory, somewhere in there. So
He's leading our team.
not necessarily by as like the lead hunter, but leader as organizer, facilitator, basically making sure this isn't there's not sending waves of mercenaries into the land, right? Like he's your chaperone, let's say. Yeah, he's your night chaperone. And I would have given that to Virgil if he was kicking around, but he's not. So it'll be like this. We're gonna say the reason why you were pulled into this Calisius, now that you've sworn fealty to the north, is your duke actually has castle holding in Hanton, which you played through being there before, right? So we can say that you were garrisoned down in the south, and that's why you got pulled into the hunting in the South Counties, not far from Salisbury.
Okay.
All right. I want all of you to maybe let's start with a skill. I'll give you each an option here. Intrigue, folklore, hunting. I got one more. What was it? Intrigue, folklore, hunting. Courtesy, let's say. And
For me, 3 of these are the same things. So
and awareness. I want you to choose one of those.
I think we're all Romans here.
Yeah.
So for all of us, 3 of these are the same things.
Yeah, they will have different outcomes though. So you can succeed at that. Tell you something specific. So you can choose whether or not your group is going to try to cover the spread and cover a few of those skills, or if you want to target all on just one. This will be sort of the lead-in for the plot we're running today.
I'll do courtesy.
I think Gaius is mostly interested in the actual outside stuff and a lot less interested in the politics, even though he was talking about it earlier.
Hunting and Curtis. Okay.
Courtesy / intrigue / folklore.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so easy enough. We're gonna say that your unit, which consists of 3 of you and Sir Lycus, you ride deep into Ridichin, the county of Ridichin, and as you're passing through the forest, you begin. This is where we play on these different skills. You begin to hear tales of an old man, a wanderer, that actually fits the description of Merlin that you were provided. He's someone that's been recently passing through, asking for aid and support. And with the successful hunting, in addition to the courtesy, we're going to say that you are actually hot on the trail.
Well done, guys.
Word. Kill that Merlin.
I just read the description from Lycus from my one.
So we're going to say that you ride into like a nondescript hamlet in Ridichin. There's many small hamlets spread throughout the forests up here. Keep in mind, for those that are familiar, the Forest Sauvage that event has not taken place yet. So yeah. So the roads and you're on a probably a trail at this point. So the trails aren't overgrown and impossible to ride. You can ride here, but you're typically riding single file. Nevertheless, you ride into the hamlet. It looks rather typical as you ride in. There isn't really anything going on other than the daily grind. It looks like a small logging hamlet. So they survive off of logging, trading for logging, and trapping and hunting, basically. Probably not trapping, hunting.
What month are we in?
It is the Wouldn't be spring. Trial hasn't happened. Probably the late spring, we'll say. So May.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, you know what? You guys have been
Mhm.
traveling for some time. We'll say it's June now, right? You guys have been riding through the forest, running different things. So you've been at it for over a month. Not just this journey, but your overall patrolling the forest and searching for Merlin. This hamlet you arrive in, you're quite certain is the one you were told the old man could be found at.
Cool. We're in Ridichan still? A hamlet in a forest in Ridichan.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Correct.
We could go Roman style and kill everyone until they tell us where he is.
Sounds like a plan.
Check cruel.
I believe, I do not wish to contradict my betters, but I believe it is the duty of knights to protect peasants, and the duty of peasants to provide for knights.
Oh yeah, I was absolutely joking. Sorry.
Okay.
My character wouldn't have suggested that. But continuing with the thing. Yeah, you're right. We should. Well, besides, these are not our peasants. Whoever's they are will be upset if we disrupt them too much.
In this video?
Whose domain are we in?
In Ridichan?
Yeah.
In this era, at this setting, Ridichan is considered a county in Logres without a count. So it's under...
Okay. So royal domain.
Yep.
Okay.
Which one was that, sorry? Which one was
Ridichan, directly Uther's lands.
Oh, Redchan.
Yeah, like crown domain, basically.
Right in the middle, yeah.
We are here. Yeah.
Royal lands. Yep.
Doesn't Orpheus control that as part of the Duke of the Vale?
So, no, they don't.
Okay.
At least not in mine. It's Thamesmith, Berwick, and Silchester are the Vale. Ridichan is not in the Vale for me.
Okay.
Ridichan is split up amongst baronies and smaller pockets of estates and not estates of manors, baronies, and the rest is the King's Land, which is kind of the way most of the counties that aren't part of dukedom are divided. So, or duchy rather.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Lycus has been mostly just playing chaperone to make sure things are guided. He's not leading from the front. He's more so giving you all. This is mostly Bob just offering the opportunities so the players are running the game and not me.
Yeah.
So he's taking a back seat, kind of observing what you do, making notes for the Earl. And with that,
perfect. Let's go speak to some villagers. They might know. Or have we already learned everything we can from those roles?
You've just arrived here.
Okay, yeah.
Who do you want to speak to? You want to speak to the village headman, or do you want to speak to maybe some foresters?
I think the alderman, well, whoever's in charge, would be a good person to talk to, but also perhaps some children. They often see things the adults don't, and perhaps more looser with their tongue.
So we split up then. You speak
Very well.
We can split up then. You can go find some children if you wish. I'll search the town hall.
I shall.
Tiberius,
Yes, sir.
any ideas who you want to speak to?
With Sir Lycus's permission, I would like to speak with the village priest.
Of course. He nods.
Thank you, sir.
Good thinking. God-fearing man like that will be keen to see the devil driven out of this town. I'll meet you back here. And Gaius rides into the town village to find the alderman or whoever leads the thing.
The saints protect you, friend.
Okay, so we have
Guys.
just to make sure we're clear, Gaius is going to like the town, the equivalent of the elder or the supervisor of the town, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
We have
The regional manager.
right, the assistant to the regional manager, the regional manager.
Yeah.
But so we have Tiberius going to see the clergyman, and we have Glacius maybe talking to some of the common. Was it common folk or common children? What was
Children.
your
Common folk would say children if I can find some of them I don't playing around. Maybe on the edge of the woods or something.
Best if you speak to the kids there because I think I'll scare them, he says with tap 7.
Yeah.
right? We'll start with. Why don't we start with? Why don't we start with Sir Gaius? Gaius, why don't you tell me what your approach is?
Very straight down the line. Gaius would ride and pretty directly ask people who's in charge, and then, very just directly tell them what's going on. That we're here in search of the king. We're here on behalf of the king, searching for a man of blah blah description. We've tracked him here. Where is he?
Okay. So you are aiming to talk to the head. Why don't you?
Correct.
Why don't you just? You had already rolled though. How you're approaching this very bluntly? Like, are you going like, show me to your elder, or what? What is your plan for this approach?
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be like I'm not going to be not going to bully anybody. But I'm a knight. These are peasants. The order of things is pretty well set. So I'll be polite but authoritative. And
Okay.
yes, just ask for the location of the elder, and then go to the elder directly.
Okay. You reach. Well, let's start with a courtesy roll. There's always a chance you fall.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just thinking if I should impassion honor at this point because that's kind of not that I really need it for the role, but I suppose it'll last for the scene, won't it?
It'll last for the scene. Yep. Yep.
And I think he's pretty keen at this point. I think if anything, he's probably feeling a little bit motivated by the fact that like we're about to go find and kill a wizard. So
That makes sense.
yeah, cool. This at plus 10. 15.
Okay. Okay, so you come off well enough, though I think with the use of the law skill, there's certainly it covers off courtesy, folklore, and intrigue. So I think in this
Correct, yeah.
particular case, I'm going to give you a little mix of info, but it's also something you're going to note about you. I think your Roman-esque side is showing a bit to these common forest folk who are
Yeah, absolutely.
very quickly, you're figuring out very quickly pagan origin
Yeah.
primarily, right?
Yeah.
You do in fact hear about the elder. Most of them don't say much, they just point you in a direction.
Mhm.
A lot of them turn away from you with suspicion, more from what you are and what you represent. You end up at the elder's home, which is a small, quaint, like hut in the forest. An older man comes out. He's got a bit of a staff, walking stick as it is. Hello there. Ah, Sir Knight, or be you Sergeant?
I'm modest. I won't take an insult at that. Relatively modest. Let me check, actually.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, look at that. Critting on the
Yeah.
modest. You can take that
Perfect.
and take 13 glory.
Hey. Yeah, so he would say, "Yes, I'm Sir Gaius, though I understand the mistake. I do not look much of a knight." He sort of bows his quite ugly, scarred face in modesty.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Sir Knight. It's just that we don't see your kind very often here. Off the King's Road as it is. Welcome, welcome.
No, I can imagine. Thank you for your hospitality in this these humble lands. I'm afraid we have good reason to come this far, and it is unpleasant business. And I appreciate your assistance in the matter. We are here on behalf, of course, of King Uther.
The King of Logres. Oh my.
The same.
What king business have this far north, this far out of the way? Many come here simply to retreat from the worldly nature of the city life and all that, the modern luxuries, as they were, to live simply.
Really, your words give me some heart. What is your name, please, sir, so I can refer to you more appropriately?
I am David, son of David.
David. Well, met David. Your words give me some heart, for it is such a man we seek, someone who is trying to escape, shall we say, the king's gaze, and would come to exactly a place like this. There would have been a man. I'll give him the description, old man. Was he carrying a bundle? Was that the idea?
He was seen last carrying I think no one has seen him here. I think the assumption is he would be carrying, what were you told previously? Let's start with that.
Good point. I don't know.
Okay, so Liam didn't add anything. I just want to verify that I'm not contradicting something you were told.
Oh, no.
Okay. He is believed to be carrying a babe bound in a blanket.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Seeking such a man, he'd be carrying something, say the loaf of bread sized in a blanket, swaddled perhaps, kept close. Would have come through recently. We have reason to believe he is seeking shelter in this village. Have you heard of such a man, good friend?
Give me a law test, good sir.
Oh, so close.
Okay. You notice his eyes kind of go wide at the description of the man, right? Clearly recognizing it. But his response seems to confuse you a bit as he says, no, I haven't seen a man of that note. Not in some time, anyway. But here, you say, what business bring you here?
You said in some time. How much time, David?
The last time such a man visited here was many years ago. Not long after King Aurelius's death.
David, you strike me a good man, and I am thus obliged to warn you that it is an offense to lie to knights on king's business. This is a matter of serious justice, of treason, of betrayal. I am awarded the king's full authority and power in this matter.
You must believe me, Sir Knight. I have no reason to lie to you about this.
Must I? Have you not?
He nods.
Does he look still a little sketch?
A bit, yeah. There seems to be a bit more to this, but the one thing that kind of with that past intrigue, he doesn't seem to be lying about not seeing Merlin recently, or a man of that such a note.
Okay, right. So he's not lying about that, but he's lying about something, or he knows something.
Yeah, he's withholding a bit.
Okay, fair enough. I'll push him further then. I'll say, well, if you haven't seen such man, perhaps there is something you can tell me to get us on our way in the right direction. I'm sure that you would rather return to your quiet lives without the presence of knights, and we would be eager to find our quarry.
Of course, of course. You could always ride into the keep of Vidichin. Perhaps they would have more information for you than here. I could guide you if that would be helpful. It's not too far from here. Just back onto the King's Road.
I doubt very much that would be helpful. I cannot see why this traitor would have come to a keep of the king, and I see very many reasons why he may have come this way.
I see. Well, this sounds like night business. I will leave you to the town to ask around. We have many loyal people here. We would not do anything. What's that?
Does that sound slightly threatening?
Yeah.
You can take it as you will. Yeah.
Just to me.
Mhm.
Just a smidge.
Gaius nods, narrows his eyes, rests a hand on his sword, and says, "You would, of course, not object to my entering some premises."
Of course not. Look around. I
He nods
I would rather avoid all bloodshed by any means necessary.
Gaius is sort of half in the process of stepping around him, and then
Yeah.
he sort of stops and probably towering over the guy, size 18, sort of stops and steps back and kind of looks him in the eye again. And he says, "Bloodshed? Well, we never had any intention of such a thing, Daffod."
You are a knight, yes? You are
He
the
nods.
sword of the king. Forgive me, but short of Saxons, there are no other that bring more death than knights in these parts.
"Well, let's just keep it to the one then," he says, and he steps past him into his house.
Yeah. All right. I'm assuming you're gonna kind of look around and see what you can find in here and such.
Correct, yep.
Okay. I'll take 2 rolls from you. I will take an awareness and a folklore. And then we're gonna jump over to. We'll kind of put a pause and jump over to. Tiberius. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
And both
Wow,
are
nice.
plus 10, right? Because of honor. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Plus,
Yeah.
Oh,
right. So you rolled honors, so there were 10s before. Yep. So you get 10 glory because that would have been your unmodified roll. That's
oh no, they were higher. So they were 14 and 17 respectively, but they're crits because of the plus 10 from honor.
Nice.
Right. So with that, you get the glory of your unmodified number.
OST. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep.
So you get 14 glory and then 17 glory. Okay. So you find what looks like another staff. This one's kind of hidden away, and you see etchings on it. It's Ogum, which is a pagan ritualistic magic. Not magic, actually. It actually has nothing to do with it, but the gnarled staff itself gives you a suspicious knight who is not pagan. Probably enough sense to say this guy could be a druid.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Or he's hiding a druid.
Or yeah. Yep.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep. And we'll definitely come back to you in a second. But we're going to go to. Let's go to Tiberius next.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I would also like to test my honor if possible because I'm here on the king's business.
Okay.
That works. And we're only checking on crits, is that right?
Correct.
Wonderful.
It's crits unless I say so. So there might be something I call for, and then
Yep.
and I might give you something. So if it's like test honor, and if you fail this, there's some threat or condition, I'm more likely to tick it than the player calling for honor for an impassion, for example. That would be glory. I'm only over elaborating on that because this is a community stream. So, all right. So with that in mind, let me just give you some info here. So I don't know if I shared this yet, but I did name the hamlet Greenwood in the time I've had to put this together. You managed to locate. Actually, would you? Let's do. How do you plan to kind of seek out the clergyman? Are you using your own eyes to locate it, or communication to get here? Greenwood.
Oh,
Green. Okay, cool. I'd be looking around for a church, which should be a very obvious building in the village.
Okay. You are impassioned with honor. Give me an awareness test. Not very difficult, so you can add a +2 to it on top of your honor passion. All right. So you get whatever your unmodified awareness would have been as glory. As glory.
Wonderful. 16, mine.
Okay. You can.
Going right.
Yep. You can also tick that.
Thanks.
You tick criticals, by the way, guys, as well. I don't know if I mentioned that.
yep.
Okay. So you meet up with what looks like a middle-aged man, kind of a stern face.
Mhm.
He wears the traditional russet robes of the British Christians.
I see. Tiberius will ride up to him
Mhm.
and dismount and say, "Blessings of Christ be upon you, brother."
Always good to see another Christian in these lands, Sir Knight. Yes.
Father, I am Sir Tiberius on the business of King Uther, under the auspice of Sir Lycus of Salisbury. I hope you will be able to help me in my duties.
Of course. We heard that knights were mustering in the lands to the southwest in Cornwall. Was there a war effort down there?
I myself was on garrison duty this year, but I understand that, from what I've heard from my fellow knights, that the peace of King Uther has been returned to the land.
That is wonderful news. It is a shame to see bloodshed and war, but sometimes it is necessary, I suppose, for us to be one true people and land united.
Indeed, if only the others were able to see the value of Uther being High King of Britain, it would bring us all great peace.
Indeed it would.
So
Now
tell me of your father.
Sorry, go ahead.
Tell me of your flock here, Father.
Not much in the way of a flock, I'm afraid, these days. Had a few, but they've moved on.
I see many peasants around us, Father.
Indeed. But many remain stubbornly attached to the old ways of these lands. I've tried. It's not for a lack of trying. For some time I was effective. But many of those have moved on from here. Places better suited for Christians. Even so, David is a good man. It is not unlike us in the British Christian faith to hold favor and support of our pagan cousins, in hope that one day they might see the true light of Christ.
I was once told by a British Christian priest that Christ died for all mankind, and therefore eventually they will see the truth, that he died for them whether they believe or not.
He nods to that.
Unlike
You
the
heard-
Pope.
You heard wisdom there, I can see.
The Roman Church and the British Church must work together. We must bring stability to this land.
He smiles at that. Yes. I suppose under a king that supports both, there's room for us. Even
We
so,
are supports all
Rome-
three. However, it is on that matter I wish to speak to you, Father, for his support of the third may be greatly endangered without our urgent action.
go on. You have my ear, Sir Knight.
I seek a man who possibly came through here. I have heard the pagans refer to him as the Green Father. He is known by another name, though. Does he cotton on to who I'm talking about?
Are you asking if he knows, or are you trying to just judge his reaction?
Yeah, I'm more judging his reaction.
That would be an intrigue test.
Sure. That is that one. And that one. There we go. Happy days. Tickety schmoo.
Pretty good at this game, hey?
What's that?
Pretty good at this game. Definitely a skill thing that keeps getting us crits.
Oh, yeah. Loves me some lore.
Weird. Okay, one sec.
No problem. Take time.
Okay. Yeah, there seems to be some recollection, though he's not quick to say it.
I must bring this man to the king immediately.
You speak of the Merlin. Is that true?
The king wishes him to attend him immediately on a matter of exceptional importance.
Of course, of course. The Merlin was not an advisor to the king. He must be seeking Merlin, and it must be very important. these are all well and good. Why would you come here for Merlin?
Knights search everywhere. My father, my uncle told me at the Battle of Menevere against the Irish, when Merlin used his sort of pauses and takes a breath in, used his what they would call magic. He slept for many months. He was missing, and therefore now knights scour the land trying to find him as the king needs him now.
I see.
We cannot wait upon his convenience, unfortunately. I wonder, Father, you know these peasants, even though they've not converted to the true faith. I hope you have built some sort of rapport with them, that they see you as a trusted man. I wonder, Father, if you will talk to some of these villagers and impart to them the urgency of my task, so that they may impart whatever information they might know.
Yes, of course. I could certainly pass the information around. Isn't Merlin in some kind of trouble?
I believe if I've to be, I am a mercenary knight, Father. I am told simple instructions in much larger plans.
Say no more, Sir Knight. I understand. I will do what you ask. I will ask the locals here. Though I should warn you a bit. They are favorable to the druids here. Daffod himself is one.
Do the people here have enough to eat? Or do they struggle?
We trade very well to Gentian and Silchester. Our lumber goes a long way. We've been proficient at it. I don't think that would be true. I think this is yes. How's that sound? We have the forest and it looks after our needs. I believe that this is Christ's hand that does so. Perhaps another favor to the pagans that are here.
I understand that you are of the British Christian faith, Father, but I wish to give you some money to help with your task. Converting to Christ in any way is better than what they have. Will you take this Libra worth of money? And I ask only that you place one Roman cross in your church.
Ooh. One sec.
Sure.
Initiative.
What's the word I'm looking for? What is the trait I want to test that with?
Pride.
No. It's probably worldly, honestly.
Okay.
So much money.
Whoops, that wasn't a roll.
Can't believe you're just gonna give a Libra to like this random guy.
Right?
Not exactly flush with money.
Fair enough.
He smiles to you and says, wait, 14. The rolls were, so that was I did them backwards. So the skill was a 14 versus a roll of 10, so that passed. And the worldly was a 12 roll versus a skill 6. So my bad. So spiritual did succeed. I just did it backwards. Spiritual succeeding, he says, the Librum could go a long way to assist Greenwood. Your generous offer is one that I'm afraid, Sir Knight, I can accept. Though I see us all as one. One religion. One faith for Christ.
Of course, Father.
I could not in good conscience do something that I would not do.
What if one of the peasants should happen to see the Roman cross and it, through Christ, reaches out to his heart? Is it not better he be a Roman Christian than a pagan? Is not a Roman Christian more favourable to the British Church than a pagan?
Law test on that.
And the law.
We had already established his intrigue was lower than that. So, you can tell he doesn't agree with your statement.
Wow, being a pagan is better than being a Roman Christian. Wow.
Well, specifically, not necessarily better. You asked what was more favorable to the British Christian Church.
Yeah, so what's more favourable to the British Christian Church, that the peasant remain a pagan or become a Roman Christian? So choosing between pagan and Roman Christian, which one do you think the British Church would...
So he does not agree. There's a huge hesitation there. It's like, on one sense, they become a Christian
Correct.
of some sort, of the worldly sort that run astray and don't truly sort of follow our faith and threaten sort of a culture of this land, or the pagans that remain misguided, that could one day be, find the true faith. Also, there's a lot in the lore about the Roman, in some parts anyways, the British Christians and the British pagans having better harmony, right? The Romans and what they brought are still seen as kind of outsiders in a lot of places. So that's kind of what I'm playing off.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah. So that's his...
I think you're allowed to kill him now.
Like, for example, Glastonbury is very much, they just roll up with a bunch of Christians. It's like right in Summerland, So it's like full of pagans. So there's some harmony there where they're able to, what's the enculturation or whatever of the two different religions, there's more harmony and adoption, where anything Roman is still seen as outsiderish. So
yeah.
So
okay.
He says,
yeah, go ahead.
I do not wish to offend, and I wish you to know that your offer is a very generous one.
Tiberius is just like looking him right in the eyes as he's talking.
Yeah, he's basically trying not to get killed here.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Tiberius is probably going to want to roll something now, I think.
Are we going to have to kill everyone?
No.
We could, though.
Well, what do you think? Forgiving? What's your thought?
Well, so I think that, because I have a character who is famously merciful and famously vengeful. So the way that I came to terms with it is he is actually quite compassionate and kind and whatever else, like slow to form a grudge, but when he has a grudge, then he's all in. So in this case, the question... Yeah, exactly. So the question here is, has he actually been insulted, rather than is he going to forgive somebody who has insulted him? Does that make sense? Or if you're just choosing that he is insulted, then it's vengeful versus forgiving.
What drives your sword? Is it your spiritual?
It will not be my sword. I'm tossing up between accepting the situation or saying something along the lines of, it is disappointing that you do not work towards the unification of Britain.
What drives? Okay, let's go with that though. What drives what drives you forward right now? Is Tiberius?
So Tiberius has a worldly of 12, spiritual 8. So he is more, I think, pragmatic in the idea that being any flavor of Christian leads to a chance of salvation, as opposed to following the old religions of this land. So yeah, I guess that's sort of where he is. But he would never, ever draw steel unless Sir Lycus said to draw steel.
Okay, so the question ultimately, I think, comes to, is it your prudence then? That is, which doesn't really fit. That's why I'm reluctant to it. Maybe it could be your worldly that you're testing against. But the other thing that comes to mind is your pride. Because it's the pride of being a Roman or pride of being a Christian.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Do you want me to check proud or modest?
I think it might be a test of both to see if you can let it go kind of thing. Because it seems to be less of an offense and more of a, are you going to double down on this or not, right? Or just accept that there are going to be those who don't see.
Well,
looks like it's going to be the other. I think that might answer the question, but you're welcome to roll the other one just to see. Yeah, 100%. You can take proud. Yeah. So.
Oh dear God. So Tiberius is just like staring him straight in the eyes as he's saying this, and he just sort of shakes his head a little bit and says, "Father, I am on a mission for the king. The mission for the king overrides all other things that I wish I could do. And I call upon your help now to make sure that gets done, and gets done very swiftly, Father."
Of course. I will ask around. See if anyone has seen the Merlin. Though you'd think if the Merlin was here, there'd be many that would know it. Perhaps me as well. I will look around, and I will get back to you shortly.
May the blessings of Christ and the saints go with you, Father.
It sounded particularly sinister.
He picked up on it, eh?
Go with the grace of Joseph, Arimathea.
Ooh.
He who would have followed the seat of St. Peter himself. Agreed.
If not for calling these lands home.
Father, get moving.
Of course. That he goes. Okay, we'll cut over to Calisius.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Those kids have got a really bad combat skill.
What is your plan here, other than Anakin carving through some younglings? What's the goal?
Hey, I'm not the one on the genocidal crusade. I'm just kind of strolling around town, looking at random villager, like the gossipy type, and especially gossipy children.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to kind of take in the opposite tack, trying to fit in far more than scaring them. I mean, of course, I would stand out, but insofar as I stand out, I'll probably try to kind of impress them and charm them instead of frighten them. Could I passion hospitality, maybe?
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Okay. Oh, booyah.
It's
Nice.
I think it's only +5 though, eh? You get to increase it by 1, but I think it's only still +5.
I see, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do get to raise it by 1.
Cool. Oh, let me note this. Okay.
Give me a sec here. You come across Nia. You can tell that this is one of the a chatty Cathy in town. So she's a middle-aged woman, short curly hair, round face, and you can tell because she greets you right away. And she says, "Oh, someone new in town, a knight perhaps."
Which is away. I grin slightly.
What brings you this way? Quite far from the King's Road.
Oh, but the King's Road goes is wherever the King's Knight goes. I'm looking for some words is that you've been having some interesting visitors here.
Don't get too many visitors. Some of the kids been talking about seeing things in the forest. But very few people pass through here, just the traders.
Oh, but you must be careful with the going on in the woods. The fair folks are liable to pull all kinds of pranks. But what have they heard? Or what have they seen? These children.
She looks around both ways. Couple of things. Talking about a loud, angry man. And
One loud, angry man?
indeed. That's not all.
This is a...
Talking about hearing ghosts. Strange ghostly noises.
Ghost. Oh, but you must tell your children to avert their ears. The words of the dead are not for the mortals to hear.
I've told them this. Do you think the kids listen to me? No, they do not. Even still.
Well, yes.
What brings you here?
Well, like I said, I'm looking for these strange visitors. Perhaps some
Right. Yes, visitors.
are. Yes. These big men you speak of. Perhaps does have big long beard as well?
Oh yes, long beard.
Grey, with a big hat, perhaps.
No hat. Younger.
So quickly out of character, I think Callistius actually saw Merlin before. Let me. It's one of the events, although I can't remember whether it's himself or his father. It would be the father, wouldn't it?
You just heard the story 1,000 times as well, You can probably
Yeah, I guess so. He would have heard some
You just
colorful description of that battle.
Yeah, you describe him. You're also given a competent description, so you could identify Merlin as well.
Right. So
She shakes it.
does he wear this starry robes and with big giant ears?
No, this said he was on horse, wearing armor.
Oh, indeed. Well,
Do you
you might
think
tell me
maybe he is the
he's
ghost?
carrying a bundle.
Bundle?
Oh, he might well be. Does he have a head?
A head. Yes, he did. In fact, that's where the beard was on.
Oh.
Him. A face too.
Thank God. If it was one of those headless beards, then we're really in trouble. But
She just looks
did the children
confused.
see him? Did the children see him carrying a bundle about yay big?
No bundle, no. A shield and a spear.
Oh, what device did he bear on the shield?
Scratches her head.
Oh, the picture, the painting on it.
Oh, what did that boy say? I don't recall. I was noticing those things
Perhaps
are
I can talk to
more for nobles and sort, not our kind.
That is true, but in every child's heart there is a noble knight within. Also, my grandfather used to say. Where's this boy? Perhaps I can talk to him.
That could be seen.
I'll lead on then. Good woman.
She's like, Tegan! You see an 8-year-old boy come running out. He runs up and he kind of skids to a halt. His eyes go wide. Mom, a knight! A knight!
Tegan, what they call you?
He nods, kind of intimidated.
You have the bearing of a young royal scout. Are you one of them?
He looks confused to his mom and then looks to you. No, I live here.
But you do have the sharp eyes. But how is your memory? Your mother, Nia, said that you saw a strange knight roaming around the woods.
She does nod. Or he nods, rather. Tegan nods. Yeah, that's right.
And upon his shield, what do you remember the painting that was drawn upon it?
No, a bit, yeah. Had the Christian symbol. Many of them, though.
Oh, a cross.
He nods.
What color was it?
I think the crosses were blue, I think.
Did you see more than one of these knights?
He shakes his head. I think it was the same one. Looked the same.
I see. Would you tell me where he...
I heard a
Yes?
ghost, too. It was more like
Oh,
100 ghosts. Scared the others.
100 ghosts.
Well, it was a lot, yeah. And my mom keeps saying I heard things, but no, I know what I heard. And I heard ghosts.
Well, you know what they say. Mother's always right. But while I'm here, let's see. Perhaps there's some truth to these ghostly whispers. Take me to where they went, or point me to the path they traveled towards.
Okay. All right. So
by the way, do I recognize that arms? Blue cross.
Heraldry -5.
Okay. I have So hospitality gave me +5, was it?
Yeah.
So it cancels it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, I actually made it. Nice.
Okay, tick that,
Cool.
and you'd have to know for certain what the color of the shield was. So he told you the many crosses were blue,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't.
Oh, okay. It's a field of blue crosses. Okay.
Yeah, keep in mind it's a peasant boy.
Interesting. Well, I mean, if they obey the rules of tincture, then there's only two possibilities, right? It's either silver or gold.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's what we'll
Okay.
say is the boy doesn't remember.
Okay.
We'll say he doesn't remember the color of the shield, but
Okay.
if it is in fact a gold, then it would be King Pellinor of Norgils.
Ah!
King what? Sorry?
Pellinor.
King Pellinor of
Pellinor.
Norfolk?
Of Norgils.
Pellinor. Oh, cool.
He is the
Interesting.
guy. Where do we know about the whole questing beast stuff in this timeline, or is that not happening yet?
You don't know about that yet, but we can always do a
Well, luckily,
lore test.
Luckily, I also don't know that out of character, so.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I will follow the child and go towards.
Okay.
At what he will lead me, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna expedite that point. I'm gonna get you to do a hunting roll, and then I'm gonna jump back to Gaius here real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So give me a hunting roll. While we do that, we're gonna cut over to Gaius, who had just found the staff. Right. What was Gaius's next plan?
Yeah, so he would. Does he know that Merlin carries a staff? He does, hey?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely.
I think his first concern would be that it's Merlin's staff. Maybe before is he like confident that this is this guy's staff, or he doesn't know?
I think you don't know. Yeah.
I think he would.
You saw him have a walking stick himself, like that he came out with.
Yeah, he didn't bring. If this was his staff, he'd be holding it, right? You would.
He
Think.
had a walking. I described him as having his own walking stick that he came out with too. So this would be a second stick with notches in it.
So this could be Merlin's staff. If I guess we didn't have a good description of Merlin's staff, and I haven't seen it in person, have I?
No, correct.
Okay, fair enough. I think he would. Let me. I think he would just take the staff and look carefully around the room to see if he can find any little secret places, anything where somebody might be hiding, or like a hatch or some kind of place where there might be a wizard hiding into the floorboards or something like that,
right
under the bed.
Yeah, you scour, and you already critted around the awareness, so I'm just gonna say you are confident that there is no like hidden hatch or anything in here. Yeah, like you scoured and you're confident that that there's no place to hide in here, or that would lead to hiding in here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm fairly spiritual, but my religion skill is pretty low. I think he would take it, and having looked around, is the guy inside as well, David?
Nope, he is outside.
And there's nobody. Is it a small little house, just one room?
Yeah, very very small. Like not very small. It's probably one of the larger huts in town, but it is like basically like an open space. Like there's 2 rooms, almost dating back to like a Neolithic hut.
Yeah.
Old
school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pre-Roman style. Okay, I think he would have his hand on his sword hilt and hold or maybe like just like attach the staff. Maybe hold the staff in his hand as well, and kind of carefully approach the door and open the door to make sure that like He hasn't just walked into an ambush or something, and then sort of open the door carefully, and then step out if there doesn't look like anyone's trying to kill him.
Yeah, no, and you see like Defid's like just standing around. He's got his back to you. He
Yes.
doesn't even notice you come out.
Yeah, okay. The fact that he's not trying to hide it is a mark in his favor, at least. So it wasn't hidden, was it?
It was.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, you critted, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Hidden in or
Okay.
stowed away would be the better way to put that. But yeah, like you could definitely be suspicious and say, yeah, it was hidden. It wasn't out in the open for you to just gaze upon. It was kind of stowed away.
So he would walk out and, open the door and address Daffod. How many people in this house, Daffod? How many people with a limp in this house, Daffod?
He looks at you. Just me. It's my home. My father's before me.
You often need 2 sticks to walk.
Of course not. I have a spare. You never know when one of these might break or... And he sort of stumbling a bit over his words.
Oh, yes, a big shortage of sticks in the forest, I hear. You're not hiding anything, are you, Daffod?
No, of course not.
Does he look like he's lying?
Law, please.
Where is that? There. Good.
No. Sorry, yes. Yes, he does. More so when you ask him outright, is he hiding anything?
Yeah.
It's definitely like this doesn't look like the pattern of someone who's telling you everything you need to know.
Yeah. I see. Can I... Fuck, it's going to be tricky. Maybe. I think he would look around the house, because I'm pretty good hunter. He's going to look around the house and see if he can find... Obviously, there's going to be a lot of tracks in and out of the front door, but maybe something heading away from the town, away from the direction that I came in. You know, so somebody who would have tried to avoid me us as we were coming in. Any recent tracks heading out into the forest or away from the house or whatever else, that sort of stuff. Maybe with associated staff prints. No, there wouldn't be because the staff is here. Yeah, just look for any recent tracks that look a little bit sketchy. Away from the beaten paths.
Give me a hunting roll as well.
Pass.
Okay. Give me 1 sec here, and we're gonna move to Tiberius. But I need to. I'm running on hour 4 of streaming, so I'm going to use a bathroom break real quick. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah.
You're doing great. Cheers. The plot thickens, gentlemen. What do you think?
So what?
What do you think? Do you think this is Merlin's staff that I currently hold? Surely not. Surely he wouldn't wander off without it. But I don't know if Gaius would think that.
I don't know. I think there's a 50-50 chance it is his, because if it belongs to Daffod, I don't see why he should try to hide it. It's not a secret, or it's not such a secret that he's a druid.
No. I mean, the priest just told him outright, obviously. So I told.
Yeah.
Not that I know that, but yeah.
Right. I mean, it just doesn't seem like something that people hide.
No.
He's not being persecuted or anything, right?
That's right. No, because you're allowed to be a pagan.
Yeah.
There's nothing illegal against it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a ritual
So-
thing where it's like we only use this stick for certain things and he doesn't walk around with it. But
hmm
the
And
guys-
his demeanor makes me think he's definitely trying to hide it. And for what reason, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
hmm
The fact that Gaius is suspicious and he's not doing anything to alleviate that makes him, probably jump to some conclusions. That said, I think it's the question is, does Gaius think it would be strange for Merlin to leave his stick behind? Because I don't think Merlin would leave his staff behind. I think knowing a little bit, I'm pretty sure he uses it for magic or something, right? Like he needs.
hmm
So,
But perhaps okay. You know what? This is totally out of character detecting, but we saw this knight that we've heard nothing about. Well, Khaleesi's heard about this knight that's we've otherwise had no indication of. Maybe he's disguised as a knight, leaving his staff behind.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know about the knight either, obviously, and you don't know about the staff. But I think once you come together,
Exactly.
that'll be something to talk about.
Yeah. Could well be.
What's this whole deal with Pelennor? Do you guys know anything about it? I mean, out of character, probably.
Yeah, out of character story is King Pelennor. He's a king of Nogales, but he gets obsessed with hunting this particular magical beast through like fairy forests, and he hunts him like he lets his kingdom fall apart, and then all of his like brothers and sons or whatever have to try and hold the kingdom together while he's off hunting, and he just hunts for years and years and years in this forest trying to catch this impossible to catch beast in the forest. It's a lot like one of those big ancient metaphor things,
Yeah. Okay.
of
So King Pelennor is a gamer.
yeah, exactly. One more game. Dad, it's 2 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes me think it has less to do with Merlin than if that's like an ongoing thing.
Well, yeah, we don't know the story in character. I don't know if we know the story in character. But the other thing is that the implication of that is that this area is near some crossing into a fairy forest because Pelennor hunts in a fairy forest, not just regular forests. So the fact that he's here or been seen here means that we're at some sort of a liminal space between the Fae and the real world, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Norgal's like far away.
Yes, it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Nogales.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, that is a.
But he's the current reigning king of Nogales?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, do you know if there's like a scheduled end time for this?
Yeah, it would have been
since we
about
started
15
so
minutes
late?
ago, but we started late, so I don't really know.
Okay.
Hopefully, we're going for a bit longer.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I know it's probably late for you.
Yeah, it can go a bit longer, but well, I want to get an idea of how much longer.
Okay, so we're going to go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. We're gonna go to Tiberius now. Tiberius, Father William kind of guides you around. You meet a couple of the locals, and then he goes to one of the guys on the edge of the hamlet, Um, okay. He guides you to what looks like a older, kind of run-down hut.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is Sorry, I'm just flipping through a note.
Yeah, I know. No rush.
Father knocks on the door, or the priest knocks on the door. You hear a voice, kind of grizzled and weathered. Who is it? And he says, "It's William. Willem, can we come in?" He says, "Who's we?" He looks to you like for confirmation. He's not sure. Oh, you speak it yourself? You say Tiberius?
Yeah, so Tiberius. No, Tiberius will just nod to the father. He'll know the best way to talk to the peasant.
Says, we have a visitor here, a knight in service to King Uther. The door opens slowly, and you see an old, like, grizzled man, long beard, late 50s, salt and pepper hair, very rough around the edges, practical clothing. The clothing's kind of more like sturdy leather and wool.
Yep.
You see he has a dagger in his hand. Do you want to do anything?
Like, does he look hostile, or he's looking more cautious?
Trusting versus suspicious.
I don't think he would be stupid.
I think leaving yourself open to an undefended dagger shot is stupid as well. Depends if you feel
I
that.
will go trusting. Or will I? Ooh. Vicious. There we go.
Oh! Kill him!
I think you react. He's armed, so I think it's a matter of you have an opportunity to deal with an armed man and disarm him, or clear ground, whatever way you want to approach it. But being close to this guy is a threat while he's armed.
Yeah. All right. Tiberius will take a step back, like a stride back, if you know what I mean, sort of like the distance of 2 regular steps. Raise his shield and say, "If I draw my sword, you die. Put the dagger down. Do not draw steel on a knight."
His eyes sort of look coldly at you, but he nods. He bends down slowly and puts the dagger at his feet.
The peace of the kingdom is maintained. I thank you.
Why are you coming here knocking on my door, William? And he looks at this. He looks at William, then looks back to you.
The king has sent knights to find the Merlin, whom he needs to speak with as a matter of great urgency. We know that at times the Merlin retreats and sleeps or communes or whatever he does. I don't understand. And therefore, we cannot wait for his convenience to see the king.
He nods to you very slowly. Yeah, all right. I've seen the Merlin. What of him?
I merely wish to meet up with him and pass on the message that I've been given, friend.
Saw him in the forest, not far from here. I was hunting.
Would you be willing to aid the king's men by leading us to this area?
He nods. All right. Don't see why not.
Please retrieve your dagger from the ground.
He does so and stows it away. When he reaches for a bow and a quiver, kind of shows it to you, like, you know, and goes to put the bow on his side and the quiver on his back, kind of thing. Or bow in hand, right, and the quiver on his back.
Yeah. What sort of quality bow would he have? Like a peasant kind of bow, or someone who makes
Nope.
from?
Nope. Looks a bit more. And I don't know, I might be mixing that part up. I can't remember if Egypt Uther has bows or not. I think I've used them a little bit, so let's say they're not super common, but they exist at this point.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
I mean,
javelins for range at this point. I don't know what 5th century reality had for.
But
I guess
both existed since prehistoric
Neolithic
times.
Yeah, it's true. Yep.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, yeah, since
I'd have
before
short bow.
Neolithic times. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll say it's there. I just don't think you don't have the trained archer lines necessarily at this era. I don't think, or so. But yeah, he has a bow. It looks finer, right? I think your crit on suspicious earlier, like, you're definitely onto this guy a bit.
Yeah.
All right.
So just quickly, with my crit on suspicious, do I believe he was going to have a go at me?
I think at first no. I think by now, like what you confirmed, because he did drop the knife. All you did is threaten. He himself seems suspicious of any knight that would show up at his door, right?
Yeah.
Maybe imagine like the back folk in the woods with their shotgun kind of thing. You're getting that vibe from this guy. Someone that doesn't want to be found.
Knew I could hear banjo music.
Right, yeah.
But if he's suspicious of knights, I'm hoping that my actions might have maybe thrown him a little bit, because he would perhaps think a knight would just straight out sword hack.
Right. Yeah, and he seems to be complying well enough now. So he does guide you into the forest. And we're gonna actually, for sake of ease, funny enough, all of you kind of end up on the same trail. So as you're sitting there, we're gonna start with who was first led. We're gonna start by going back to Callistus with the boy, give him a brief moment, and then we're gonna have you guys enter in about a moment here. So,
All right.
So the boy kind of guides you, because that's what you asked, right? You asked Tegan to.
Yep.
And he guides you to the edge where you're on what looks like an old forest path. And he says, not far from... He looks hesitant at this point. He says, not far from here is where I heard the ghost. And the man that's shouting.
Very well. You've done very well, boy. Perhaps you do have a future in the King's Scouts. We will remember this. Now run back to your mother and listen to her.
He smiles, and just at that point, you hear other sounds. And before you're kind of ready to arm yourself, you see Sir Gaius emerge out of brush, clearly following what looks like a foot, like tracks, actually.
Ah, there you are, Sir Gaius.
Celestius kind of looks around a bit suspiciously. He holds up his
Oh,
staff.
don't you worry. Little fairy boy brought me here.
Fairy boy.
I
Right.
jest. But what is that?
Didn't know you're into that, but
Is that a... I look at the staff and not finish the sentence. Wait, is the staff is still there?
I think he left it behind. He must have fled in a rush.
You think this is his staff?
All the carvings on it. Raffin had one already. The townsman. He had a walking stick. This one was hidden inside. He wasn't telling me.
May I?
Everything. Of course. And he hands it to him and replaces his staff with a shield.
Mm-hmm. I'll inspect the staff carefully to see if I don't know, recognize anything. I have a history with Fays and Fey lore, even though I don't have that 15 Fey lore. Also, my family's known for Fey-related stuff.
In this case, you're probably going to struggle because this is more in the realm of pagan. That would suit you well.
Okay.
But I'll let you roll. See if there's anything that comes of it. You crit, there might be something.
Worth a try. Yeah.
So
almost.
Success just means that you're confident that there is no, there's nothing that stands out for you from a fairy perspective, but you're not sure there would be. But what we'll say is that fairy lore, you're starting to wonder if, with some of the references to ghosts and the sightings and the man shouting, if you're perhaps close to a crossover site.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At that point,
interesting. Yeah.
With that high tension in mind, I need an awareness roll from both Gaius and Glacius.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking.
Do we still have that passion?
Yeah, but your
anymore?
passion for the scene. Yeah, it's same scene.
Okay, cool.
Oof. We were talking before. The fact that Pelennor is here metagaming implies that we're near a middle space.
That's a crit. I forgot to.
Oh, nice one.
Yep. You turn. Okay, you rolled a 12. You would have had a 12. Gotcha. So, Claces, you turn quickly, and Gaius, you immediately to the sound of others coming through the brush, and you see the sight of two people. I'm assuming you let William off the hook, Tiberius, right? So, you left it, he wouldn't have come. So you see a gruff-looking man with a bow. He looks to sort it might be a guide of some sort or something, and right behind him is Sir Tiberius.
Peace of the kingdom, brothers.
Peace indeed. Not sure how much longer we'll have this. I picked up this rumor from a boy. I think that's rather sharp eyes. So, I think he might have seen King Pelennor or somebody who looks like him roaming around these parts.
Pelennor, should I do a recognize check, perhaps?
Yeah, you can add a +5 because he's a king. See if you know about him. Guys, you can do the same if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
It appears so.
Yeah, it looks like.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But you have 20. What?
My recognize is 10.
Okay.
I've got my passion going, and I got +5 because he's a king.
Yeah.
Oh right. The +5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. Okay.
So Tiberius.
But I rolled 20 anyway.
What that means, I think, is you remember hearing about there being kind of just before you took this. You remember their call to mercenaries to head up to what sounded like trouble and war in Norgales. So I think that's how you know of it. You had heard rumors that Pelennor was missing.
The missing king is here.
Well, somebody bearing his devices. His coat of arms. But if the rumors are true, perhaps there's something about ferry crossings from the tales that seem to resemble the happenings around here. You think perhaps Merlin came here seeking that?
Makes sense. He's trying to escape into the Fae. We've got to stop him. Let's move.
Yes. Not a moment to waste.
Tiberius is looking angry.
You notice this Gwillem, right? He looks to all of you, just raises a brow, and then turns back and begins to move in the direction. He'll guide you forward another maybe 10-15 minutes down a path. And the path starts to become almost like, are you on horse at this point? Or are you on foot? I think you're all on foot, right?
Yes.
I'll probably put
Oh, sure. If it's inconvenient to ride, then on foot. Otherwise, yeah.
It's
We're
about
chasing
be-
people, so I think.
it's about to be damn near impossible to ride.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll leave the horses behind.
I guess we'll leave
I
it.
will, at least. Yeah.
Wires to defend them or something. Or Virgil. Virgil defends our horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we have our
don't
squires,
really
yes.
Yeah. If you have squires, most mercenary knights don't
Yeah.
have one because they have to pay a librum a year for them equivalent to feed them. And
Oh, I see.
groom them.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well,
Yes,
now that I'm
yes,
household knight,
Yeah, you'd have.
I thought I had a squire. I'll just slot that in, and
Yeah.
well, he can take care of our horses.
So you go down for a while down this path. He stops. You're kind of in the heart of the forest around you. Down this narrow winding path. Wasn't far from here I saw the old man, staff in hand. Walked by, wished me good day.
Are you any good with tracking, Hunter?
He says.
Are you a good tracker, Hunter?
He nods.
See if you can pick up a track.
And also, you said he had his staff. It looked like this. And Gaius will gesture to the one that Celestius is holding.
Can I have a look at that staff, brother?
Yes. I'll pass it to Tiberius. I'll open my inventory, drag the staff to the floor, and then re-equip my shield.
So close. He nods. He begins to track.
I'll do the same, if that's all right.
Yep, go for it.
Mhm.
And
Is that a hunt?
he would look correct. Yeah, tracking. Well, tracking. He is tracking too. So.
Oh, is there tracking?
No,
That's all skill.
Okay.
So, what can I tell about this staff? I do look at them.
It's going to be folklore, probably, to be honest.
Sure.
Unless you have religion pagan or Agam. I think what you know is I can't remember. You know that Agam is notched into the actual staff.
Right.
And this is traditionally used by the pagans in trees. The staff with the Agam might suggest druidic or bardic in nature.
Mm-hmm. Tiberius will look to... Who was it that gave it to him?
Calisius.
He looked at Celestius and go, why are we bringing his weapon to him? But so is magic. Why are we doing this?
Oh, it's a clue. Well, it's best not let let him have his hands on it then.
Well, I didn't know where he was, so I took it from where it was hiding to make sure that I knew where it was at least.
I understand, but I have concerns, brothers.
Well, if we put it underground, he might know where it is and find it. I'd rather it's in our hands than his.
Willem looks to you all suspiciously.
Yeah.
Wait, is Willem the priest or the hunter?
He's a hunter.
Oh, okay.
Like
What was the name of the priest?
William. Welcome to.
Oh, okay, okay. Got it. That's hence the confusion. Okay.
Tiberius will notice the look he's getting from the hunter and go, well, surely if the Merlin left this in a specific place, then he would want it to remain in that place.
Well, Willem just looks at you and says, you said you were trying to retrieve the Merlin, not capture or kill him.
As I told you, I have a message to give to the Merlin from the king. The king wishes his presence immediately. There is more, but I cannot share that with you.
You seem fearful of him and his staff.
Well, he's a great lord. He deserves the respect. But we are, as Sir Tiberius says, we're here on a mission, and we mean to carry it out.
He shrugs and he carries on.
I'm just going to follow him, and because I made my tracking roll, I'm just going to make sure that he's not leading us astray. I'm just going to let him take the lead, and then this.
Same.
Yeah. So, for those that passed hunting, you'd find that he's not leading you astray. Seems to be following along the same path. But you find that the tracks start to get weird after another 100 paces or so.
Okay.
Are we crossing the purgatory?
It's really hard to say.
Tiberius will be looking around the trees, etc., looking for symbols, looking for strange reflections, strange lights, things like that.
You see none of those things.
I'll keep following.
I was just going to say, is there anywhere where I look that my focus becomes more blurry than everything around it?
I'll just give you awareness rolls in general.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just because I have a very high on fairy lore is why I ask.
Yeah, but fairy lore high doesn't necessarily mean knowing the tricks and trades of exactly how fairy works. Like even 25 might not know that, right? So I don't want to play too hard into that stuff. So
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even Merlin doesn't know everything there is to know about fairy. You know what I mean? And he literally harbors the ability to use its magic. So I just want to clarify on that point. And it's perfectly cool. With the criticals, though, I think both guys and Tiberius's eyes see in the distance what looks like the siding of a cave. It's hard to tell if it's open and how deep it goes. But Callistus, you see it as well, but a little late to the party. So it's Tiberius and Gaius who notice it first. And Willem does not notice it yet, so he's looking around still.
Hey, interesting.
I will point it towards the cave and sort of see if anyone is acknowledging where I'm pointing to.
Gaius nods. He's already on it.
Could be a good hiding spot. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, by the way, Bob, I already had awareness ticked from a previous crit. Critting again, does that do anything to it or not?
No, other than the glory you get for your base. So if your awareness is 16, for example, you get 16 glory for critting.
Completely forgot about
It's just racking up glory here.
Yeah.
Nice.
that. It's something else we recognize.
Alright.
Gwillem will look too and nod to, I think it was Tiberius that pointed there.
Mm-hmm.
What is your intention from here, guys? What do you want to do?
Going
I
in
don't-
search.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to sneak in, are we? We're just going to walk in. Maybe somebody
Mhm.
should keep his staff away from him, if it is his stuff.
I'll keep it.
Yeah, my intention
Let's just.
is before the king.
Uh-huh.
And Merlin will be asked very politely to comply with the king's orders.
Mhm.
Gaius nods.
Yeah, hold on to the staff, not because it's necessarily the best thing to do, just because I'm much more at ease with weird magical woo-woo and less cautious of it.
Yep, Gaius is happy with that. I imagine Lycus
Mhm.
is busy doing Lycus things. Maybe Lycus is looking after the horses.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking Lycus probably got you guys here. He's looking around. He wasn't present when you all like stumbled upon this forest path, and you didn't think to retrieve him
Mhm.
because you didn't know you were going to get this far. And it doesn't matter anyways. You can impress him. So we'll go with
Brothers, before we go,
King.
a prayer.
Yes?
We are all of the Roman faith.
Indeed.
British. Whatever, though. They're all similar enough. God's God.
If you'll permit me, in the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Ghost, Amen. Most glorious Prince of heavenly armies, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battle against principalities and powers, against the rulers of this world of darkness, against the spirits of wickedness in high places. Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Gaius strides forth.
All right. None of you are intending to be quiet either in your approach, yeah?
I want to approach.
I mean, wearing full armor, so I don't think, or chainmail, so it's not too easy to be sneaky. But I would try to be quiet-ish, at least, not to make too much clanking and cracking.
I'm just walking up normally. I'm delivering a message from the king.
Yeah, same.
Awareness tests.
Da, 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 da. Pass. Ooh! Tiberius is on point.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I mean, he has a +10, just everything's a crit. Nice.
Yeah, my standard awareness is 16.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're plus 10 as well.
Yeah, I need to go over that with you guys because there might be some retconning of
Changes.
edition as well.
Okay.
Let me just see. We use a 6th edition version of that. I'm just trying to remember if 16 just automatically nets you at +10. I don't think it does. But I could be wrong. No, it's only on a critical.
I thought it's on a crit or something.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it should be
yeah,
a
yeah.
plus.
Anyway.
It should be a +5 for critical. A +10 for a critical, +5 inspired for success. That changes at an exalted passion of 20. I will note I am one of those DMs that will make your life hell with exalted passions of 20. I will make you stick to exalted portions of that. But anyways, I digress. Let me get back on that. Give me. Did I get the awareness test? I did. Crit on awareness, 2 successes. You all hear a growl and
Uh-oh.
more of a roar. Really, is what you hear.
Interesting.
This does sound like a bearded old man to you.
beast of some kind. He'll look to the hunter. What beast makes that growl?
I might know as well.
Yeah, you know that this is not. There's sort of that brief pause of the fear around this, but you can tell from the sound and what soon emerges from the cave. You are standing face to face with a very large bear.
Ah,
Oh dear.
perfect.
Bloody hell.
I was worried it was a questing beast. Thank goodness.
It looks incredibly territorial and ferocious, as if you've come upon land it intends to protect.
Land? Sorry, looks or sounds? Can we see it or just hear it?
You see it, yeah. It emerges in front of you.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's Arthur.
It's Arthur. Dun, dun, dun.
He's turned into a bear. Man, I would fucking absolutely follow Bear Arthur. That'd be so good.
Barthor.
But sorry, yeah, my bad. My mistake. I should have known.
Or Boother.
Arthur.
Depends on the age.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna see.
Time to draw my sword. Yep.
It's gonna move to attack. Is it gonna split? 1 equals no. It does not split, so it's just gonna target one person here.
Yeah, that's fair.
To left to right, Calisius, Gaius, Tiberius. I'm using the roll 20. So to Gaius, you're getting targeted here.
Sounds right.
It's like a Saxon berserker all over again, guys.
Oh, that's fine. I would have probably just run forward anyway.
Yeah.
There's a fucking bear between me and Merlin. There's only one thing for it.
Okay. Okay. So, your squire is not with you either, Callistus. Doesn't make sense for him to be. Yeah. So in this case, let me know what you want to do in this round. The bear is going to move to basically like almost kind of strides towards Gaius to bite.
I'm loyal to Gaia, so I'm going to help with the attack.
Okay.
Yeah, charge up right by his side.
Okay, so that's your action, Callistus. What are you doing, guys? Intend to harm him as well?
Yeah.
There?
Yep.
And same with Tiberius?
Tiberius has a thought in his head, and I don't know why, but I do. The thought in his head is the devil and those who use his magic use misdirection and trickery. Placing a bear in front of us will take all of our attention. He may be making his escape. So Tiberius will be looking around. And if he sees nothing, then he'll engage the bear.
Okay, I think your action, if you want to take that approach, you'll have to choose one or the other for this round. If that makes
I will not
sense.
hunt because I'm worried about misdirection.
Okay, fair enough. So it's the bear this round. We'll get your awareness test in a second. Actually, you can roll it any time. Just make a note of it when you do.
Sure.
And then we're gonna go to Callistus and Gaius, who are fighting the bear. The bear has a special called Ferocity, so it has a bite of 16, and then it gains a +4 to all rolls when it's wounded or outnumbered.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it, I like guys.
I like guys. That's fine.
It's not that dangerous, honestly.
So do we attack?
Yes. So give me your attacks,
Okay.
and then for suspense purposes, I will return his attack immediately after.
Yeah.
We have the same passion still?
Yes.
Do we?
Okay. Actually,
Oops.
you know what? I didn't specify not. Technically, this would be another scene, but
Mhm.
we'll keep them all up. It's fair. Just remember
Okay.
the +5s just versus the +10s for this.
So I'll be at +10 because mine's 20. Everyone else is +5. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only if you've got a 20 that it becomes +10, is it?
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I
the
posted
delta.
the. I'll post the whole thing for you. Hold on.
I thought it was above 15.
It's it's 6th edition. We use the 6th edition ones because it allows you to focus on lower passions in interesting ways because there's less harm. So a passion of 15 or under, the only way you can't get madness from a passion of 15 or under. You can only get melancholy, and it's on a fumble that you get a melancholy. So it sort of allows for lower passions to be used and someone not to be a one-trick pony, a boring one-trick pony with their character. So,
I like it.
yeah. Sword 20, sword. Okay, let's see if it happens. Crit wouldn't matter. It does not. So you can both deal your damage.
You.
Kill it.
Mm-hmm. Damage.
And you do double damage, don't you? We're not doing +46 or whatever.
We're doing double right now. I'm going to convert quickly to 4d6, but right now we're doing double.
Nice. Wow.
Big boy.
The two of you
Not a
strike.
great roll.
Yeah, the two of you strike out, and the beast is slain. Drops quite quickly. Awareness test for Tiberius. You hear something stirring in the cave. Assuming you want to dash in there, it sounded like you had intent to address that issue, right? You can't see in there, right? It's dark. Do you want to go in at the stirring noise?
Yeah, I do want to investigate.
Okay. How cautiously?
I'm very worried about the trickery of the devil, so I will be cautious.
Okay. Cautious means you don't move as quickly, right? Just want to verify that point. Kind of cautiously go in.
All right. In that case, I will not be cautious because my duty to the king is more important than my safety.
Okay. Test Valorous.
Yep.
Though you can't see in this super dark cave, you manage to stride in and you hear someone climbing to their feet. You can almost see like their silhouette from the light that's coming from the entranceway in.
Mhm.
You can see their silhouette a bit and you can see them trying to like move past you. What do you want to do?
Block them with my shield and say, "Peace, friend."
Okay. Go ahead and give me your test.
What test do you want me to do?
You do, because you're using your shield, I'll allow you to use your sword in this case.
Okay.
Might have a minor bit of consequence, but nothing that will kill him. So. Okay. You hear a thud as he runs into your shield, and he hits the ground. He says, "Oh."
Tiberius will hold his hand out to help him up. I said, "Peace, friend."
Okay. He looks surprised and takes your offer, though a little suspiciously.
Mm-hmm.
The silhouetted figure.
Speak your name, friend.
He looks nervous in doing so, but eventually he says, "I am Galen."
Where are you from, Galen?
Here, there, bit everywhere.
And what is your profession, Galen? What is your trade?
he looks to you a moment. I know why you're here, Knight. Looking for Merlin.
I have an important message for him. Can you help me, friend?
Your message is one from Uther. Brings only death.
Merlin is Uther's trusted advisor, friend.
He was.
I don't like it. Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, you guys, I think at this point you've finished dispatching the beast about this point, so you can saunter on in if you want.
You watch Tiberius just like dart into the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll chase after him.
Yeah.
Seeing that you're talking to this guy, I'll sort of eye him cautiously and just walk past deeper into the cave, have a look around, see if there's any secret little exits or anything.
Apparently it's black as in here.
You can make an awareness roll -10, or you can make a hunting roll to kind of feel your way around.
It's so -10 +5, or in
Correct.
you guys' case, the flat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're
Right,
doing
so-
that, if you guys are doing that, you're probably not talking to him, right? So I'll just continue
that's
with Tiberius.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Aha.
Oh, shit.
Well, okay, hello.
I'll do the other one then. I'm feeling around.
Mhm.
Oh, goddamn. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Bam, blam. Whoa, Crit City. Bam, blam. I'll say, friend Galen, please step with me into the light so we may speak better.
He nods. Very well.
As we step out, I'll try and get a decent look at him. Just sort of like into the mouth of the cave, if you know what I mean. Not
Yeah.
outside the cave, because I don't want him trying to make a break for it.
Okay.
But Tiberius will make a very obvious look, like he's looking over him, and he's going, I hope you were not hurt. It was not my intention.
I'm fine.
Excellent.
So as you look upon him too, you see he looks maybe like in his mid to late 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you write his name? Galan?
Galen.
Oh, Galen.
Yeah, Galen.
Okay.
What's he dressed in or has with him or anything?
He wears simple robes. He has a pouch. Nothing else. Very much looks the part of what you'd expect to be you all have a high enough folklore, and I don't want any more criticals going off here. So all for rolls from here. I don't want you guys to be like, we got 5,000 glory from a hunting scene.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's getting a bit
Yeah.
much now, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think as you get out here, you look around, you see he just looks pretty straight. I don't remember what you asked, sorry. He simple robes, probably a druid of some sort. Is what I was getting at.
Tiberius will just point to, I guess, like some rocks or something and say, sit, friend, talk with me. And Tiberius will go to sit down as well.
He's suspicious, but he'll sit.
Mm-hmm. So, friend Galen, please tell me more.
What is known, and what is done, is done. The Merlin is being hunted because he wants a just king. I know not more, only that I will aid our archdruid, and if it means my death, then so be it.
Certainly not be
If
your death.
you've come this far, looking for the Merlin, then I've done my deed. For I've taken on his visage and acted as him to draw you away.
See.
There's a look of real tired, like slumber-like look in his eyes.
Yeah, he's been using magic. But I'm still suspicious of him in that he might be trying to throw us off the trail. Like Merlin might be in the very cave itself, but he's going, "Oh, I'm here and it's a false trail," sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, so I'll spare you that because this is happening in real time. We have awareness and hunting going off for Gaius and Calisius.
Yeah.
They both critted, and there is no one else in here. And Bob is probably out of time, so I think I'm going to summarize the last bit just because I don't have time to get into the granularities that I'd like to. Give me one last awareness test. This one will be on no passion.
No glory.
Yeah, no passion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ah.
Okay. There's a brief moment where Callistus and Tiberius hear that a shout and a sound, almost like a ghastly, ghostly sound. That will net Tiberius and Callistus. You'll get a little bit more glory for that. I think it's 30. I gotta look it up for hearing the questing beast.
Oh dear God.
It's okay. This is in summary, right? So this is on your way back. In short, you're probably suspicious of Galen for a while. You probably spend some time scouting the area. There's no sight or sound of the Merlin in this area. Or in fact, there's many sightings of Merlin throughout all of Logres.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We arrest this guy though, right?
You're welcome to.
Yeah.
That's a decision the three of you have to make, I guess. But
Well, Galen will need to speak to the king, although we're currently under Sir Lycus, so I'll ask Sir Lycus if we should take him to is it Earl of Salisbury?
if you take him back to Lycus, he will 100% say that he needs to be taken prisoner. Yep.
Yeah, I would just assume. I think Gaius would just arrest him immediately.
Yeah, just a matter of do we take him to Roderick or do we take him to Uther? Like Roderick first or straight to Uther?
Roderick's not our Earl.
No, but we're under Sir Lycus at the moment. Roderick's his lord.
Whoever's closer,
Salisbury it is.
I would say. Yeah.
So it will lead to both anyways. It'll go to Earl Roderick, and then he'll go on to Royal Logres execution. The druid Galen will be hanged. So it's just 10 glory for the hearing the hunting or the questing beast, not the hunting beast. I'm tired. But hope you guys had fun. It was a bit more of a mystery, but I thought I'd do something a little different with it. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give that guy his staff back.
Okay.
Daffod's. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm guessing it was Daffod's.
Wouldn't you want to give that to Uther?
I'm gonna keep the fake whoever staff that is. No idea.
Oh, you're going to keep it. I thought it was Daffod's. I thought it was his like.
Oh, I thought you said there are two.
No, so he had
I
one.
thought that's what you told me, right?
Yeah, he had a walking stick, and then he had this one hidden in his house. I'm guessing
But-
it was just his that he's just got for ritual purposes. Or
okay.
whatever. Now that I realize it's not
Alright.
Merlin's, I'm not really in the business of stealing people's shit, so I'm just going to give it back to him. But if you want to steal it, go
Well,
ahead.
I would go ask him. If he says it's his, I'll return it. If he says it's not, I'll take it.
Do you bring Galen with you?
No, I don't think they should be seeing each other.
You
Yeah.
keep him out of the
I mean, he's
town?
arrested by Lycus, right?
Depends what you guys do. I guess we should verify that.
That's a good point. If it's
Okay.
Galen's, then we take it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shorten this. It is Galen's. Some of the townsfolk seem to know him. Maybe not what he was up to, but they seem to know him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take it all straight to Uther then. Or through
Yeah, we
Logres
take it
to Uther.
Yep.
So we'll give you an extra 20 glory each just for capturing a druid who was impersonating Merlin.
Cool.
Okay.
And using big ass bears as bodyguards.
Yeah, seriously.
Control
Where do you hire
animals
those?
is powerful. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll wrap it up there, folks. Good stuff. Lots of crits tonight.
Yeah.
I like almost a ridiculous
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah. That was kind of crazy. Plus 10 is a lot. I mean,
Funny.
you know, to be
Yeah.
fair, it wasn't.
I think at plus 10 is kind of hard not to crit at some point.
But as you said, it's going to get me in trouble at some point where I've sworn an oath
Yeah.
to do something then is a terrible thing or whatever. And yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, the only time
it's
I've
good.
lost or almost lost characters, it's always been due to a passion automatically going off, right? Like, you know.
Yeah.
It's good for now, and I'm living in the glory days, literally. But
Thank you so much, Ronnie. I so appreciate it.
Thank you.
Half day off work for this.
All right. Good stuff,
All right.
guys. And thanks for playing.
Yep.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for
Thank
watching,
you.
everyone.
Bye.